Hello friends, welcome to today's daily devotion. I'm reading to you from 2 Kings this morning, from 2 Kings 4 verses 1 through 7. Hear now these words. The wife of a man from the company of the prophets cried out to Elisha, "Your servant my husband is dead, and you know that he revered the Lord, but now his creditor is coming to take my 2 boys as his slaves." Elisha replied to her, "How can I help you? Tell me, what do you have in your house?" "Your servant has nothing there at all," she said, "except a small jar of olive oil." Elisha said, "Go around and ask all your neighbors for empty jars. Don't ask for just a few. Then go inside and shut the door behind you and your sons. Pour oil into all the jars, and as each is filled, put it to one side." She left him and shut the door behind her and her sons. They brought the jars to her, and she kept pouring. When all the jars were full, she said to her son, "Bring me another one." But he replied, "There's not a jar left." Then the oil stopped flowing. She went and told the man of God, and he said, "Go and sell the oil and pay your debts. You and your sons can live on what is left." Now, this story is the last in this series of devotions looking at asking God. And you may be wondering, well, wait a minute. God wasn't in this story at all. Where was the asking of God? Well, the asking God came by this woman asking the prophet of God for something. And the prophet of God, whose name is Elisha, responds by giving her a very strange request. Go and get a whole bunch of empty jars. Now, I would probably be asking myself, what in the world are a bunch of empty jars going to do for me when I've got the creditors banging at my door and they're going to take my sons away from me? But nevertheless, she accepts the challenge. She and her sons do what Elisha tells them to do, and then that's where God does the miracle. Her little jar of olive oil keeps multiplying and multiplying and multiplying and multiplying, and until all the jars that they had collected were full. And then she had what she needed. My friend, if you feel like you are at the end of your rope, that you don't know where to go or what to do, may I encourage you, go talk to somebody that you trust as a person of faith. Whether it's your pastor or a friend, a loved one, go and talk to them and let them possibly be part of God's answer for you. We often think about God talking to us in this great voice and it being this mighty miracle. But sometimes it's the small miracles. It's those little things that happen through our engagement with those that are around us, and we discover God is at work only in hindsight. So pay attention and allow God to work through the others in your life, and allow God to use you to work for others in their lives. And then we can all experience the miracle of getting an abundance when we thought we had a scarcity, because that's what God loves to do. And I'll see you tomorrow for another daily devotion.